Welcome back. The North American Strongman National Championships will be held in Davenport, Iowa this weekend, and the competition is exactly what it sounds like. A championship for the strongest men, measured by how many times they can lift and how fast they can carry an unbelievable amount of weight. But not every strong man is a man, and they don't all weigh 250, 300 pounds. Jillian Funk is here, and thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Jillian, tomorrow you're leaving for Iowa to compete in the Strongman National Championships.
Yes.
You excited?
I'm so excited. It's been a long journey leading up to this, so I'm really excited.
So the Strongman National Championship, it's for men and women in different weight classes. Is that how it works?
Yep, so there is men and women, obviously. There is different weight classes. So in the women's division, there's a lightweight, so it's 140 and under. Middleweight, which is like 141 to 160, and then above is heavyweight. And then for men, there's like 5 different ones.
Okay, well, we'll talk more about the competition in a minute, but first we want to know a little bit more about you. You went to Ichabod Crane High School.
I did, yep.
Is that when you got involved in weightlifting, or was it before that? Was it after?
It was after. I actually got involved with it around my sophomore year of college. I was an athlete in high school, so I've always been pretty athletic, and kind of just got into it after that.
What sports did you play?
I was a swimmer. I played field hockey and softball.
Okay, which obviously you need to be athletic to play any of those sports, and you need to have a certain amount of muscle, but not to the extent of what you have to have now. So when did it kind of, I guess, when did that flip switch that it was all about weights and going after this particular competition?
Absolutely. So I actually started lifting with my brother and my dad as kind of like a kid. I got more serious, like I said, in college. My brother kind of introduced me to more of like the bodybuilding type of stuff. Not as heavy stuff, but it's a little bit different. One of my friends introduced me to it at college, and I kind of just fell in love with it from there.
Is there that stereotype that this is something that is done by bigger men and not necessarily smaller women?
Absolutely. You know, you hear the word strongman, they're like, okay, automatically it's a man's sport. And honestly, it is a male-dominant sport. The beautiful thing about it is there are so many more women getting involved with it. I know in my weight class there's about 30 females competing, which is unreal. You know, the sport is growing and growing and growing, and it's great to see that there's more women involved. But yeah, there's definitely the stereotype.
Or do you get strange looks when you tell people what you're going to do that might not know you that well?
Yes, you definitely get a judgment as soon, like, you get this like weird look on their face. You know, but you get to talk a little bit more about it, and especially people that know the weightlifting world and know the strength world, and they kind of look at you like, wow, you can do that, and you look like you do. So that's kind of the cool part about it.
You watch it on TV, or have you? I'm sure you've watched the national championships before.
Yeah, I actually went out a few years ago to support a few friends. You know, I know some of the bigger guys like Derek Poundstone and Brian Shaw and all of them, which is really cool. You know, it's a small community, but you know, you kind of get to know everybody. It's great.
What are your expectations? Because it's your first time going to compete in nationals.
Yeah.
Will you be trying to win? Is that realistic that maybe you could win?
I hope so. The goal is top 5. Crossing my fingers. It would be great to win, but you know, I'm more going for the experience. I've been out there to be a spectator. I've never gone as a competitor. It's going to be a totally new experience for me and an opportunity that I'm really, really grateful to have.
You'll be competing in 5 events. Instead of breaking down all 5, tell us, first of all, maybe what's the most difficult, where, you know, you take somebody like me that doesn't spend a lot of time in the gym, maybe you can tell, and I would just be dead trying to do it.
That's a really good question. All the events are really, really difficult. It's definitely been a challenge trying to train for the events because none of them are my super strong points. I guess the event that I've really been training for the hardest, it's called a Zercher walk. So basically you take this big H-looking implement, it's called a yoke, and you carry it in your forearms, and you just walk with it as fast as you can. And it's really heavy. So that's been, you know, that's kind of been the trial event that it's not really common in strongman. It's kind of very new to the sport. So it's been interesting trying to train for that.
And then if you drop, you've got to pick it up and
go with it.
Keep going?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's got to work a bunch of different muscle groups, right? Because it's your arms, it's probably your back, your legs, it's everything.
It's everything. You get done from a strongman workout and you're completely fried. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, that's one of those sports where at the end of it, like you said, you probably do feel like crying. Like, what makes you want to keep doing it? Why do you then the next day want to get up and do it again?
I think it's just not knowing how far you can push your body. That's kind of been the experience for me, especially training for this contest. I'm the strongest I've been than I ever have been. It's been a really awesome transformation. And like I said before, the community of strongman is unreal. It's so small, but you know everybody that you're competing against. Maybe not everybody, but most. The community of it. Not in every sport you see somebody that you're competing against cheering for you at the same time. That's kind of what brings me back to the sport all the time.
And you're kind of a cheerleader in your own right as a personal trainer, trying to get other people in shape.
Yeah, absolutely.
So again, I could probably use to put a little muscle mass on. Plus, more than that, I'm interested in knowing kind of what it takes to go through what you've got to do in order to get ready for these strongman competitions. So with that being said, we went to Best Fitness to see exactly what it takes. So, Jillian, I'm assuming that because there are 5 very specific events in the strongman competition, you probably have to do very specific workouts to train those muscles. Is that true?
Absolutely. It's really important, especially for strongman, to be, using the muscles and doing the events that we're going to be doing in the contest. It's like I had explained earlier, you have to do really specific event training.
Yep.
It kind of depends on what competition's coming up, but for this one specifically, I've had to work pretty hard at all. So the first one we're going to do is the clean and press.
Okay.
All right. So we don't want to run this back at all. Good.
Okay, yep.
So when you do this, you're going to jump with the legs and you're going to clean it to your chest.
Right there, okay? All right, we're going to try and clean it to my chest. Here we go. Okay, I'm a little shaky, but I got it here. Okay, now what?
So we're going to stand up straight.
Yep.
Good. And all I want to see you do is you're going to bend the knees and we're going to press it straight over our head.
Okay.
Use that. Push.
Okay. And then down.
At least at nationals, it's going to be a dumbbell clean and press into a single arm deadlift.
Okay. Anything with dead in the title has me concerned.
Absolutely. So again, it's just going to be a matter of running back and forth, seeing how many reps you can do.
How many you can do, okay.
Absolutely. So that's to your shoulder, and it's going to be here.
Just pressing against your face.
Pressing against your face.
Okay.
All you do, you keep your elbow up, and you bend with the legs, and you press it over your head. So we're going to clean it up. We're going to use our legs to really drag it up to our shoulders.
So it's one motion all the way to the top.
One motion all the way to the top.
Okay, here we go.
Good.
And now just one hand.
Now just with one hand.
Okay.
Kind of keep the elbow up.
Up, yeah.
And then you're just going to press it over that head. Good.
Down. And then you can grab it with 2 hands.
Grab it with 2 hands and then you put it in.
Jillian, best of luck.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And thanks to Best Fitness for letting us shoot there and for letting me get in that workout. The strongman competition begins Friday morning at 9, and there will be live streaming of all of the events.